Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome. This is the transformation video for MPG14 Godbomber. So he comes back in vehicle mode. We are starting in vehicle mode. If you have the weapon on, you can just take that off. If you don't, you can skip this real quick. Okay, so first thing we got to do. We're going to separate the chrome piece from these dark blue panels. You can just pull forward on the chrome piece slightly. You just want to untab it so it's a little loose, and then you can fold out on this panel on both sides. Then you're going to rotate this down. It's got a slot here going into this small tab. So just rotate it all the way, get that secured. And then we're going to rotate it around, and you've got a slot here for this tab on both sides. Bring it around and get that tabbed in. You do have the double joint right here, so if it doesn't want to line up, you can shift that panel forward or backward. Next, we'll lift this up, and at this point, it should just lift straight up. It's only got 4 tabs holding it in. We'll set that off to the side for the moment. Now we're going to come down here. We're going to split the legs down the middle. Okay. We're going to ratchet these out a little, and you just want to clear this piece. So I'll ratchet them down. I'm going to straighten the knees. Come on, there we go. Just so you can stand. Alright. Now is what we're going to do is this gray piece is going to slide back into this. It's going to lock it all in place, and then you've got a slot here and here for these 2 tabs. That's what you're going to line up. So get this lifted up, and then I'm just going to hold here, push here, and it should come together. Perfect. So there we go. Let me adjust the camera. So now you have these pieces. Want to lift up, unfold this flap, and then we're going to rotate the whole thing around so that this tab is facing up. And these hinges are kind of weird. And there we go. Flip that back around. So you see, I'll show you again on this side what I have found that works for me. So we'll unfold all this. So if you try to just lift up on this, the hinge is going to bind and you're going to be kind of bending things. So I'll lift up on this part to get it up. And, you know, it's just a little bit easier that way. So then flip this back around, fold in all 3 of these panels, and that is it. His upper is done. We're going to come over here. So first thing, we're going to fold these out. We're going to extend all these hinges. All right, see how that works? Do that on both sides. Just pull it out, give it a little rotate. Go ahead and rotate the head around. Just rotates the one way, of course, and then swoop it in. There we go. Now we're going to lift up here, and you're going to rotate here. And this part, the book just tells you lift straight up and get this tab into this slot. You do that, you're going to damage something. So using this ratchet joint, lift it up, and when you get close, rotate it back, and then scoop it in. And then just give it a little bit of pressure from the back forward to make sure it tabs in. On my copy, it's not incredibly secure, but it is certainly better than nothing. So the same thing, lift up, rotate, and rotate it in. There we go. While you're articulating the bot, that tab may come undone, especially if you try to use the butterfly joint, which is right here. But you can look at my review video and see me kind of deal with that a little bit. And for the arms, if it's your first transformation, the bicep may already be facing forward like that. Or whoops, other way around. There we go. If it's your first transformation, it already may be facing forward. But then as you just saw, when you go to transform them in the future, I mean, this elbow joint can really be facing whichever direction. But there you go. You just rotate the arms so you have that facing forward. You got your articulation there. All right. So last thing we're going to do We're going to bring these out. And they'll kind of adjust a little bit, but you want them something like that. Because what's going to happen is these two big tabs are going to go into the two square slots in this black piece. These two skinny tabs are going to go into these two slots. And you have these two tabs that go into these two slots. So it's pretty simple, and it shouldn't really fight you. It hasn't fought me once yet, but just making sure those wings do get tabbed in properly. And you can see that one is tabbed in. That one is tabbed in. This silver painted piece is pretty much flush with the top of this. And I can kind of look in this little gap and see that this wing is tabbed in. Wings are nice and secure. So last thing to do here, let me adjust camera again. And I just realized I completely forgot to fold his wings back in my review video. I left them like this. You can if you want, but you're supposed to fold the wings back 90 degrees. That is Godbomber. And then I'll show you the weapon. You lift this up, rotate this whole thing down, rotate this in, flip this down, and you've got this tab that's going to go into a slot right here in the hinge, and then this post is going to go into the back. Do that, and then, you may have to adjust in order to get everything tabbed in right, but there you go. That is Godbomber in his robot mode. Really simple. So there you go. Next up, combine mode. If you want to see how to combine him with Jinrai, I have that in my review video linked in the description below, and that video has timestamps so you can skip straight to that part if that's what you want. But I'll show you how to get him set up for combine mode at least. So first, untab the weapon. I'm going to go ahead and get it all set back up, just like that. So first things, the arms. Slide out, lift up on this panel, lift up on this panel, and then we're going to rotate. Then this panel will close. Make sure that the small hand goes behind the panel that has the port. Make sure this is roughly straight, and then close this up. There you go. That's one hand. Exact same thing over here. Slide out, lift up, and notice this is only going to lift up a little bit. Do not force it, because you got to do the rotate before you can open it all the way. Right? You get the hand past, close that, bring the hand back up, and then you can close it. There we go. That's two hands done. I'll set those off to the side. We'll disconnect the body from the chrome piece from the front of the truck. And is what we're going to do here. The head is going to fold back in. So, fold back in. We're going to stretch these back out. I'll bring them to the back just for a tiny bit of clearance. And we're going to disconnect the shoulders. So, do the reverse. Rotate. There we go. Rotate as you bring them down, out, and you're pretty much putting them back how they were for vehicle mode. Actually, now you can leave that. And then, from this point, you just bend them right there at the elbow, and we'll fold this back up, and we're going to compress these all the way back in on both sides. There we go. All right, so it's pretty much how it was for vehicle mode. The only difference is the hands are disconnected and you bend the elbows at 90 degrees. So we'll set that down and come back to that. These, easiest part of the transformation, you take them out, disconnect them, and then you've got your shoulder pads. Those will go on Jinrai. Now we come down here. So first I want to disconnect all this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push on the black pieces to slide it off. Right. Then I'm going to take these, open up. I'm going to open this, and I'm going to fold this hinge down. Got to make sure that the long skinny panels get underneath the chrome piece. There we go. And we're going to do the same thing over here. There we go. Okay. That's pretty much how you want it. So next, you're going to come over here to the legs and you're going to slide the legs out. Let me adjust my camera again. Here, let me move this off to the side. There we go. So, legs, slide them out. So we'll do this piece first. You're going to flip up on this. You're going to close these together and rotate them down. That will go there. Actually, we'll go ahead and connect it now instead of in a second. So you have a tab, or sorry, a slot there and there for the tabs right here. My very first time, these were very stiff, but just so you know, they do go. I may have also had a wrong angle on them before. They have to go pretty much dead in. But there you go. That is going to be the backpack for Jinrai. And now the legs. So open this panel, rotate, close. Open the side panel, and you have a button. Push it, and you lift this up. This right foot on my copy, the button is a little stiff, but you can see it. It unlocks it, and then you'll rotate this around, close it back down. Then we're going to rotate this all the way up till it stops. Yep, that should be good. Yep, that's it. And then tab this back in and lift up on the toe, pull down on this part, and put the toe back down. Then you'll open this up, and there you go. That is Super Jinrai's left foot. The wheels go on the inside, these face outside. So there we go. Same thing over here. Open, fold in, and close. Open, rotate, push in, whoops, flip up, rotate, put back down, release, and close. Then toe, bring the foot down, and close it up. Open this, and there you go. You have 2 feet, the new chest piece for God Jinrai, shoulder pieces, the whole backpack, and then 2 arms. And that is it for getting them into combine mode. You can do that straight from vehicle mode as well. You'll just, see the steps, you'll get used to it, and you can go straight from vehicle to combined. You don't have to go to bot mode. And there you go. So with that, let's get back to alt mode, his little truck, and that'll be that. So starting with the legs again. We're just going to do it in the exact opposite. Close the feet back up, close this up, open this panel, rotate the wheels down, push in, pull up, rotate, and release. Then I'll flip this panel up, and we'll leave this off to the side. Same thing over here. Push down, lift up, close this, untab, come on, rotate, push in, lift up, rotate, close it, and lift this up. And there we go, that is another. I will not combine the legs just yet, but let's go ahead and lift these out now. Starting to get ahead of myself. You notice that I almost missed it. There we go. So, there we go. Now, I will go ahead and give them, yeah, it's about 2 clicks. There we go. Okay. Next up, I'll take this piece off. You should just be able to untab it. There we go. What I'll do with this piece, I'll just fold these down. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to rotate these. And I'm going to separate the silver with the gray piece. So you just pull it out. Pull the legs out. There we go. Now is how this is going to fit. It's going to be like this in vehicle mode. So at this point, I can go ahead and rotate these up. Actually, it's easier if you slide the legs on first. So there. And there. All right, now at this point, bring them out a couple clicks, rotate, and bring it back in. Out, rotate, back in. You'll know that the thighs are all the way closed when you can see all of this line up. You can see I still have another 1 or 2 clicks on this. There we go. Now, you have a tab and slot right here, as well as right back here. See, you got 2 of them. Just go ahead and put those together. Make sure your thigh rotates are straight. And then we can bring it down a little bit. You have a tab on the back of the legs right here by my fingernail going into the slots in the waist piece that locked it for bot mode and combine mode. So you just tab those in. And if you have everything right, it'll just fit perfectly. And we'll adjust that. We may need to adjust that in a minute once everything else gets hooked up. But it looks correct. So now for this piece, you want to fold these back in. You've already got these tabs where they need to be, so just bring it down and start slowly folding this piece in. And there we go. Do the same over here. Just bring it underneath, lift up on this. This one is done, and now you've got this slider channel that's going to slide under this tab right here on both sides. So you just line that up and slide it back. There we go. And now I can set it down, and yeah, it looks like I do need 1 more click. If you need to move the ratchets here to rotate, untab this first, just in case. You wouldn't want to accidentally cause any damage. Okay, I believe that's good. We'll leave that alone for now. Before we do the rest, let's put these back on. So you just put them together. You've got a long tab here for the slot right here in the chrome pieces. So just give that a good squeeze forward. Done. Now for this, you'll lift up on the arms. That's done. Oh, lift up back here. There you go. Super easy. So for this, you're going to open up the outside first, then open up the inside. Then you'll rotate this around, close the inside, close the outside, and then you can go ahead and attach it. Now for attaching it to here, you'll notice how it's got a slant. It only goes one way. This smooth slanted part has to be on the inner end of the arm. So you do that, and then you can rotate the whole thing. And here, let me do it like this, slide it down from the top. There we go. Go ahead and do that. And again, outside, inside, rotate the whole thing. Close the inside. Close the outside. There we go. I just did it on the other arm. Yeah, make sure this panel is down so you have the slider part facing you. And slide it on. Let me do it from the back. You can see a little bit better. Yep, right there. Slide it on. That is how your arm should be looking. Then they have a tab and slot right in the middle. Go ahead and tab those two together. And now to put it back on the vehicle, you've got these two skinny tabs that go into two slots right here above the ankles. You've got these two tabs that go into two slots right here. And that's really it for this piece. Just line it up, push it down, give it a good squeeze. Now is what we'll do here is we're going to flip this in. You've got a slot here for a tab here. You've got a slot here, it's really, really shallow, for this really, really shallow tab. A tab right here by my thumbnail. That's going to go into this slot. And then once we hook all that up, we'll push this cab backwards and it'll tab in right here. And that'll be for both sides. So we're going to close both panels first. Make sure this double hinge is straight. Close them first, make sure that everything tabs into the hands as it should. You may need to gently pull forward on this chrome piece to get it out of the way. And then when you think you got it all lined up, oops. You can go ahead and tab it into the back of the chrome. And then just make sure everything is good, give it all a good squeeze. This tab, there we go, that one was not lining up. But there we go. That is it. And then weapon, you can tab it in right here if you wish. And there we go. That is Godbomber back into his alt mode. So there we go. Really simple transformation. Like I said, if you want to see combining with Jinrai, that is in my review. Go ahead and look at that down below. There is the timestamp to help you out. So thank you for watching. I hope this helped you out. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time.